Hello everyone, welcome to Indian Masterminds, a platform where we talk to the real masterminds of India who are contributing throughout to transform the society into a better place with a vision. And today with us we have a 2015 batch IPS officer, Suraj Singh Parihar, who is the former ASP Dantewada and SP Gorilla Pendra Marwar. He is also known as a writer to us and currently is posted as the ADC to the Governor Raipur. Hello, sir. Welcome to Indian Masterminds. We are so excited to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
To begin with, sir, I want to learn about the beginning of your journey as a writer. When and what made you realize the love for literature?
Uh, I think my love for literature, for that, I would like to give credit to two people. First one was my grandfather, Sri Ram Baran Singh. Uh, Often in night, when I would sleep with him, he would tell me various stories of mythical characters, also stories of our Mahakavyas like Ramayana and Mahabharata. Then from stories of various Mahapurushas like Harishchandra, Shiva, Aruni, Dhruv, Prahlad, all that. So, and I would listen very keenly and interestingly, with lot of interest. And I believe if you are a good listener, you not only become a good orator, speaker, you become good writer because obviously your vocabulary enriches. And so that was one. Two was my principal, Sri Ramjan Pathak ji. Uh, One fine day in high school, he came up to me and asked me if I would be interested in representing the school for a creative writing camp at district level. So I asked him what all I'll have to write. He told me short stories, essay, anything they want you to write, instant things, poetry also. I said poetry. He said yes. Why don't you give it a shot? So I said, okay, sir, if you are reposing so much of trust in me, I will try to do it. So I did it. I cleared that district level camp, then cleared state level camp, zonal level camp in Bhopal, and went on to achieve National Balshri honor for creative writing and poetry in National Bal Bhavan, Delhi. It was from the President of India. So Ramjan Pathakji also enfueled me, motivated me further for this. So this is how this all started.
So, your grandfather played a very important role for you to become a writer further.
Yeah.
Was literature your favorite subject during school and college?
Uh, uh, as others would describe me, I was a sincere student and I would devote my time, energy, and focus and interest, of course, to almost all the subjects. Uh, no wonder I got distinction in all the subjects. Uh, it was not my if it was not the most favorite subject, then obviously it was one of the subjects where I'll be having more interest in one of those subjects. So I would wait for the Hindi period. I would wait for Shri Kulbhushan Tripathi, my Hindi teacher, to come and to share various anecdotes, stories, essays, and all that. I would wait for his classes on Kabir, Sur, Mira, Tulsi, and I would love them. So yes, matlab gradually, since literature has contributed immensely in shaping up how I am today, I think I have gradually grown interest, and it is growing day by day.
So, who has been your favorite writers and favorite books? Could you please let us know about that?
I think this is a very tough question and very hard to make choices and select writers, authors, poets, etc. Uh, it at times depends on mood also. Sometimes I would love to read Chayawadi ka Vile Chal Mujhe Bulawa Dekar Mere Navik Dheere Dheere when Mahadevi says that. Or मैं नीर भरी दुख की बदली, I would at times like to read those sort of poems. At times when I'm in different mood altogether, in Oj and Tej and Veer Ras, then I would read Jashankar Prasad also. I would read Ramdhari Singh Dinkar. So it is majorly on mood. I have loved authors across various eras. Like for modern days, I would love to read Harivansh Rai Bachchan. I would love to read Adam Gondvi. I would love to read Dushyant Kumar, Baba Nagarjun. In fact, if I go back, I like reading Kabir Sur Mira Tulsi as I described in the beginning only. But yes, yeah, this was about poetry. And if I talk about prose, uh, Jashankar Prasad, then we have Agge, we have Janendra, we have. I like reading dramas also, and I like Rakesh Mohan a lot. Uh, and I like Munshi Premchand. I think if I talk about stories, short stories, all that, then no parallel to Munshi Premchand. So I like these many people, but if you really ask me who falls nearer to my heart or who has contributed the most to my personality and my thought process, it would be Sant Kabir Das. I have read I have read variety of his Sakhi Shabad Ramani, and I have loved each one of them. So Kabir Das is my all-time favorite. If I really have to choose, then I will say that.
Wonderful. So, as we are all aware of, you have had a lot of hardships during your initial days. Yet you were resilient and molded all the odds into your favor through your dedication and hard work, of course. So, how did this happen and what kept you motivated from within? We wish to know that.
Uh, how did it happen? Okay. Well, obviously, it did not happen in one day, and I was preparing for this. I was training for it. I was training to become better by each passing day. I knew it will happen. It will take time. And what kept me going was this thing I have read somewhere, this too shall pass. So, all those hardships, I knew this too shall pass. It kept me going. And one major thing, the broader outlook which kept me going was I think I am bit spiritual also. And as you know, I am interested in literature and all that. So, I have read, as per Hindu mythology, we get this human form after 84 lakh births. So it is very much there. This thing is there that I need to make this life count. I need to live a more meaningful human life. So it kept me going.
That is such a wonderful message that you have passed on to our viewers. Now, starting as an English tutor to working in a call center in Noida to SBI to the selection as an IRS, and finally the dream you have had since forever, IPS officer in the batch of 2015. We can say that since September, the country has an officer. We are all so proud. So, what is the lesson that life has taught you as an individual?
Lessons are many. Life has taught me many things, and I think it will be very hard for me to summarize it or to share it in a nutshell. In fact, I don't know what I should share it, and what method would be there so that I can share. I want to share, but I don't know how to share all those messages, which all those lessons. But yes, मोटे मोटे तौर पे, by and large, I will say, uh, invest your time, money, energy in meaningful things, in creative and constructive works. Try to change lives of people in a positive manner. Don't be mean. Respect others so that you also command respect, and help others. If you help others, chances of you getting help in times of need increases logically also. So try to help as much people as possible. God, if God has given you something, try to give it back to the society. Try to help people, make it more meaningful and make it count.
And this, as an individual, As a part of the society, it is our responsibility to do so. Now, I wish to
Yes.
know policing is a 24/7 job. How do you manage time for writing from your over busy life?
Well, now you will ask me how do you, police is over busy, so how do you manage to find time to eat food? Yeah, is that the question? Because I read somewhere that the busiest of the people on the planet, they will easily get 2, 3, 4 hours for themselves if they manage their time well. I think my time management skills are good. I'm a nocturnal creature, so I like writing at night when others are sleeping. So there's this silence which helps me delve deep, which helps me think even deeper, and which helps me come up with good piece of poetry. I like writing when I'm traveling, also in car, in vehicle, or whatever. So with many, I try being observant. Many ideas struck my mind, and if some thought appeals to me, I write. And I think I would thank God on this. He has gifted me this thing that if you give me any topic for that matter, I can come up with a decent, good poetry, piece of poetry within 15, 20 minutes. So that also contributes to this.
So, which one among all your poems is your favorite one? I understand this can be the toughest question to ask to a poet, but still, we wish to know that. Can you please recite few lines for this poem for our discerning viewers?
Yeah, sure. So there's this piece of poetry I wrote, and I often recite since my target audience is majorly youths and majorly aspirants. So I try to motivate them because tried to motivate myself by writing this when I flunked the mains. After uh, in the first attempt, I went to the interview of UPSC, and in the second attempt, I could not clear the mains after clearing PT. So I was down, I was broken, and I wrote this. आंधी जोरों की आएगी, तूफान भी डराएगा, आने दो आंधी तूफानों को, हम नहीं डरेंगे, हम नहीं डिगेंगे, हमको तो टकराना है, बस आगे बढ़ते जाना है. This poetry is available on my profiles, also on social media, and there are many other poetries. If you can just surf or browse through that, you will find it.
Definitely, and it is such a wonderful piece of poetry which you have written. Now, I wish to know, sir, as an IPS officer and also as a writer, what challenges do you face while juggling up for the inspiration or while framing your poetry?
As an IPS officer, I think I don't consider any other factor as a challenge. I think the most major thing that I am at times thoughtful of is there are many things which come to mind and which I want to write, but I cannot simply because I belong to this uniformed force and I'm bound by conduct rules. So that is where, as an author, I feel shackled. Rest, as I've told you, I am very good at instant poetry. So not no other such major obstacle that I face while writing.
When it comes to writing, that reminds me, your recent tweet says, I am in continuous job since 2005, and the salary is yet to reach the six digits figure. And this made a lot of headlines on social media too. So, what was it about? We wish to know that.
Well, at first, it was not about salary at all. If you read it carefully, it was about my Twitter account crossing six-digit milestone. And this salary thing was added there as a pinch of salt to spice things up, to make it more interesting to read, and to draw a parallel. So it was about the number of followers that I opened a Twitter account recently, and somehow, due to this creative writing and due to the blessings of many others, I could reach this milestone. However, I have been working since 2005, and my monthly credit in my account doesn't reach 6 digits every month. So it was as simple as that. But some people misread, some people misunderstood. Some even were asking, how can you are 2005 batch IPS officer? How can your salary not be in digits? They they did not read it carefully. I mentioned since 2005 I have been in jobs, so it was not only about IPS. So there have been such incidents you cannot avoid.
Well, that pinch of salt definitely made it a little spicy. So, since you have crossed 1 lakh on social media, as you have mentioned, how do you believe
Yeah.
that it can be used to run the administration efficiently?
Well, I think social media is a very powerful tool, and at at times people say that it is even more powerful than the traditional regular media at present. And might be this is one of the reasons why almost everybody who counts in this world, all the who's who are on social media, you will have their accounts across the platforms. So I being part of this system, government and governance, I think I have to be there. And if I am connected with so many people, uh, it gives me certain edges, uh, like certain set of informations, they reach me quickly. They are at times very handy. If you are beforehand intimated about certain things, uh, even before in media, in regular media, things are with me at times. So that is there. Then you can, with the help of people you are connected with, you can do certain creative and constructive work, like we did in during Corona times, phase two. Uh, with the good volunteer database, I could extend help to many people across the country. Uh, and these are the people who also helped me raise this library, Police Ki Pathshala, the free library for students and aspirants of almost all the competitive exams of India. So such is the impact and such is the strength of social media. You cannot ignore it.
Yes, we can say social media does play a crucial role to run the administration efficiently. So,
Yeah, surely so.
we wish to know what is the secret to crack the UPSC exam.
Well, to be frank and honest, there is no such secret, and if there is any, it is all an open secret now, because of internet explosion. Many toppers share this secret, their secrets from time to time. There is no one size fits all approach. You have to devise your own formula and strategy as per your SWOT analysis. SWOT is a strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Do a proper analysis of that and devise your formula. But yes, if you want me to, well, you will need many things like perseverance, you will need persistence, you will need hard work. Needless to say, you will have bit of you would need a bit of luck also. There's so many things, so many qualities are needed. But if you want me to summarize it in one word, I would say self belief. First should be the self belief. Every other thing augments, supports it.
Self belief is the foremost thing all UPSC aspirants should have. I wish to know, sir, what message would you want to convey, especially to the youth out there who are watching you?
So I regularly interact with young blood, young minds, and I often tell this to them. I would repeat it here also. Uh, we've been talking much about rights. It is high time we should talk about duties. Duties as citizen of the country, as members of a society, and as members of family. So let's talk more about duties now, and contribute to the progress of your country as much as possible. Ask what you can give rather than always asking about what you can take from the country, from the system, and from so many other rights that you enjoy. And Yes, try to make your people proud of what you do. Love what you do and do what you love. It is very important. Love what you do and do what you love. Enjoy your life. And one major thing, always live your life as if it's the last day of your life, and always learn as if it's the very first day. You know nothing. So if you are able to follow any of it, I think life is going to change for very good for you.
That was a wonderful message for the youths out there who's watching you. And with this, we come to an end of this wonderful session with you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today and sharing your valuable inputs. For our viewers, especially all the youth out there and the UPSC aspirants who turn towards you for the
My
inspiration.
pleasure.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you so much, viewers, for watching us. Today we had with us Suraj Singh Parihar, the IPS officer.